Amazon took hostage of my money, 92 days, over 18 grand of my money. If it can happen to me, it can happen to you. So let me explain what actually happened. I received a call. My dad had unfortunately passed. My brother had booked me a flight because he wanted me to read Dad's eulogy. I got on the flight. What's the first thing I do when I get off? Is say, let's get to your house super quick so I can check on your computer my Amazon questions. We all know that as a seller, how important it is. If you go over the time frame, metrics dropped, you'll never sell again. So that's the first thing I did on arrival, was check my Amazon questions. The next morning, I wanted to go off and reminisce. You know, Dad had died. I hadn't seen him and I've been living in Spain. So I went to where he used to work and I'm wandering around, and then I went, oh my goodness, I need to check my Amazon questions because I need my phone off during my dad's funeral. So I quickly checked my questions, all good. I read my dad's eulogy. I went back to my brother's, and then the next morning, what's the first thing I do? I need to check my Amazon questions. My brother said, it's okay, we're going into my work now because you're so lucky. He had a container arriving. He's obviously another Amazon seller. So we get to his work and I said, yes, I'll help you unload that container, but come on, let me go into the office and check my Amazon questions. So that's what I did. I hopped on to one of his computers, I checked it, all good. I'd replied to people, all happy days, yes? No. I get on the plane, I get home, and I see funds frozen on my Amazon screen. Because obviously that's the first thing I did when I got home. Obviously greet my dogs, give them kisses and cuddles. But yes, check my Amazon questions and you see funds frozen. You're like, what? Why? So I went to bed. I'd answered the Amazon questions. Went to bed and thought I'll worry about that in the morning. When I got up, I phoned them. And someone, I'm sure they was older than 15, if you know what I mean. Don't worry, Amazon only holds your funds for 90 days. So don't worry, we're still letting you sell. I'm like, yeah, shit me, you're still letting me sell. I got 20 orders going out today. That's 20 times a tenner each time with delivery. Who's paying the courier? I am. So please, could you tell someone in Amazon to release my funds? What on earth have I done wrong? Well, I don't know. That's what she said. I don't know. And I'm like, well, find somebody that does know, for goodness sake, because I need my money to pay the couriers and to pay everybody. And I've got a container coming in 2 weeks' time. Don't worry, you'll receive an email. Well, I did. And this email was, please send the Google coordinates of where you accessed your own personal Amazon account that you let nobody touch. We want the coordinates. I rang my brother, I said, Jesus Christ, I need the coordinates of where you live on Google, your work, and shit me. I know what street I was in when I logged in, when I was reminiscing about my dad. So we got his work exact, and then the street, we had to sort of zoom in, pinpoint. He goes, where do you reckon he was walking? I went, there. And so we hit there, we sent them off. So then I phoned, I said, right, I've sent the coordinates. Now it was obviously young. And they said, don't worry, we're still letting you sell. The maximum time we keep your money is 90 days. I said, yeah, I know that, but I'm going to need the funds if I'm going to keep selling. And 15 went out today. That's another 150. Yesterday was 200. I said, this is going to mount up. 90 days, my goodness. We came off the phone. Then I received another email. Now, this is gospel truth. I know you're going to think that I'm pulling a wind up here, but I am not. I received this email saying, please send images of chimney pots of the Google locations that you used your Amazon account. Jesus Christ. Rang my brother again. He said, well, we're okay. My house has got a chimney, but my work hasn't. It's a bloody warehouse. And he goes, what street were you in the UK? I said, Jesus Christ, I don't know. It was an old street. I think I remember seeing Superdrug. So he zoomed in, and these were like those, what do they call them, listed buildings. Thank God there was a bloody chimney there. We picked this chimney near Superdrug or somewhere, picked obviously his house, and then we sent one of his rooftops saying, unfortunately, there's not a chimney on it. All sent, so the next day I rang again. Don't worry, Amazon only keep your money for a maximum of 90 days, and we're still letting you sell. Well, Jesus Christ, the bills are mounting up. I've got this container on the way. Seriously, you couldn't write this. You're like, oh my goodness, I was like this. It was so difficult on the telephone, and as well, when you're speaking to someone on the telephone, don't you? You have to go, oh, okay. It got too much. I broke. The tears flooded because I was then going, right, I'm going to go bankrupt now. And this isn't fair, because the orders, when they've frozen my funds, I'd even got busier. I was sending out like 30, 40 of this product that I was selling, not before. So the courier invoices were coming in, then the container was about to dock, and I needed, I think that particular time was $8,000, like for the customs, and everyone knows if you're a seller and you're importing. I'm like, Jesus Christ, I can't pay them. So then my container is not going to get released. So yeah, I'm not ashamed to say I did. I bawled it. I cried, okay? Didn't make any more. No odds at all. I think they're robots. Even though I wasn't speaking to a robot, I think the people that work for Amazon must be robots. Because how did they not feel even a little bit of compassion? No compassion. Don't worry. We only keep your money for 90 days, and we're still letting you sell. Oh, Jesus Christ. So I had to accept this and go, right, how do I juggle money? And I had to get really good juggling. And I'm the kind of person that pays someone, I prefer just to pay. I don't wait the 30 days. Now I'm going over the 30 days with this, over the 30 days with that. The good news was that I did eventually get my money, but not 90 days. 90 days, still nothing. 91, still nothing. 92 days, I got that email. Congratulations. I'll give you congratulations. Yeah, they said they're releasing my funds. So at this point, we're going into thousands and thousands. Obviously, they wouldn't give it all to me. Oh no, not all of it. But a proportion that was going to get me out of trouble. So I could breathe again. But at all times now, when selling on Amazon, you have to remember it's not 90 days that they can hold your funds. Mine was 92. And the best bit is, on 92, on that day, it takes 3 to 5 days for the funds to land into your account. So always have that money. So that's what I do now. I have a backup in case this ever happens again. Some people will say use a VPN. Yes, you can use a VPN, and that would be my advice. But at the end of the day, why should that have happened to me? That, to me, is wrong.